Yes! Welcome back to the Counselor's Office. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor, and we are back with your favorite Concord 2.0. I'm sorry, Marathon. I'm joking. I personally don't think Marathon is Concord 2.0, and I would be actually interested in a percentage of people who do believe that it's Concord. Levels of failure versus like they just want it to fail like Concord. That would be interesting to me, but we don't have to wait very long to answer that question of whether this is another Concord or will it be successful and surprise majority of the modern gaming industry. Let's find out, because thanks to Xbox, we have a release date. That's right, they released it early on accident, March 5th, and we're gonna talk about it. Like, obviously they've actually fully announced it, but it's just funny to note that Xbox leaked it. And it's usually PlayStation that leaks things early. It's kind of funny how that played out. But yes, we do have an official trailer. I'm going to stop music. We are going to jump in and watch it, and we're going to see what it's all about. All right, here it is, the official launch trailer. Like, date launch. I like that they're doing like a Tarkov. They're doing a Tarkov level here. A Tarkov level introduction. Because Tarkov did this too in their trailer.
Tau City is dying.
I'm sorry. There's nothing more ironic and funny than someone saying something is dying and then the Bungie logo pops up. Listen, irony is a funny thing.
Poisoned. Its secrets. Buried and rotting. With the UESC holding a shovel. That's where you come in, Hunter. A living weapon, reborn every time you break. The truth is in your hands. Survive or die.
There he is. There's the pre-order now. And so that's the interesting part. This is also supposed to be the big baddie, and we're gonna look at a couple things, and we're gonna talk about them. Who the fuck is this game for, right? Who the fuck is this game for? That's the question that is still yet to be answered. And we'll get. I don't want to do like another video, really kind of diving into some things, but this is supposed to be the big boss in the raid-like area, like in the map that's supposed to be done like with raid-like mechanics, advertised PvE, but the map sounds like it's going to be labs from Tarkov, if you've ever played Tarkov. And if you haven't played Tarkov, it's the end game. This is where the sweatiest NPCs are. This is where the sweatiest players go, where you can get some of the best loot in the game. Like, you're talking about this is it. And so that's what this sounds like. And they advertise this as raids, which when you think raids, you think Destiny. When you think Destiny, you think like it's even raids for casuals are challenging to get through. I don't know who they're advertising this for, because extraction shooters are not Destiny. Like in a raid in Destiny, if you die, you keep all your gear. And in an extraction shooter, you'll lose it all. So it's not like you can just reset a checkpoint and go back into it. Like, nope, that's not how that works. So again, it's just who's this meant for? And so we have the collector's edition, and I've seen it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the box is the most impressive thing about this whole thing. It is. The box is and that's why they put so much emphasis on the box. The box is the most impressive. It's the most impressive thing. I'm sorry. Like, you got this cool box, and then it's like, what the fuck is this? Like, bro, you can 3D print. Now, the bottom half is cool. Like, I feel like unless you know what you're doing, you can't easily make the bottom part, especially with LED lights. But the top part, you can easily make yourself. Like, you could 3D print something like this and even better. And then you get a worm. Wow. Again, this is the deluxe edition. I'm sorry. This feels like a rug pull if I've ever seen one. Let's keep going down the line. Of course, again, this is what I'm talking about. Who's this game for? If you buy Marathon, you get shit for Destiny, which makes no fucking sense to me. Because if you don't give a shit about Destiny, they're like, hey, here's the deal. If I'm interested in Marathon and I don't give a shit about Destiny, I'm actively pissed that they're advertising shit to another game and not the game that I purchased. Like, I'm dead ass, right? If I'm not a Bungie, if I don't like Destiny or don't give a shit about Destiny, but I want to play an attraction shooter, I'm gonna be a little pissed. I'm gonna be a little pissed because you're giving this game, like, why not you just give me free shit for buying the fucking game? Why can't I get free in-game skins and shit for just buying the game? Like, all this goodies should be for the people who buy the game, not to go through to another fucking game, right? That no one gives a shit about. Again, in the mind of someone who doesn't care about Destiny, right? Or doesn't play Destiny. It's so fucking weird to advertise this, and it's obviously to try to encourage people from Destiny to buy this game. Like, hey, you get some goodies. Like, it's really fucking weird. And it screams desperation to pull whoever the fuck they can into the game. And then when you find most Destiny players, when they realize that what an extraction shooter is, they're not going to like it, or they're going to realize that Arc Raiders is a little bit easier to PvE and then Marathon. It is just this is, right? I can't say much because I'm NDA to Marathon, but I can talk about Arc Raiders. Yeah, so we've already seen this. How did they know Thief was going to be the most popular? All right, and then here's the thing. I don't understand anyone, and I want a real conversation with the people that are buying this. At what point in reality is it intelligent or smart to buy something from a game that has no merits or standing yet, and anything it has reputation-wise has been ran through the gutter, into the trash can, through the streets, from a company that has done nothing to earn faith? It is lied, deceived, it is destroyed, it has killed its reputation, and it continues to disappoint and neglect its current consumer base. At what point do you feel, you know what, I'm going to spend $200 something on something and I feel completely safe in my purchase? Like, a genuine question. Like, what is it that gives people like confidence in this purchase when the game isn't even out? Like it's funny to see this, and a perfect example is if Concord had a deluxe edition. Now, we know that Concord obviously failed, and it's the poster child for failed games. But that was after it came out that people started shitting on it. And maybe even a little bit beforehand, but so is Marathon. No one really knew how bad it was going to be until after it launched, right? But it's like Concord that didn't really have a foot in the door anywhere. Had probably a better reputation, like from the team. Like the reputation was a negative because they didn't have anything ran through the floor. Did a deluxe edition, and then they like that game canceled. Now I don't think the Marathon is Concord or will cancel. Like I think Sony will run Marathon into the ground before they just shut it down. I think they spent too much money on Bungie and resources on it to close it down. I just don't think we'll get a Concord 2.0 for Marathon. I really don't. That's just being logical. But it is the same concept of this game does not have any merit or any footing. That's not like Halo 3 where you bought the Halo, which I have the Master Chief helmet. Like you've had experience with this franchise. It has got itself. It's you feel confident. I just don't get it from Marathon. I don't. There's nothing, there's no faith, there's no foundation, there's nothing to feel confidence in a purchase unless you just really fucking like the way this chick looks. In which case, just 3D print it. And you could do it, you could have someone do it for like $60 or something. Here are the requirements. I mean, Windows 10, you could have pretty much, I mean, it's not as impressive as Warframe being able to play on mobile, but you could pretty much play pretty low settings to play Marathon. I mean, graphically, there's nothing that advanced about Marathon. Let's see. Something that is funny to note is that Bungie is dropping the Destiny, the Shadow Order on the 3rd, and then Marathon is coming out the 5th. And I think we all know why. Because based on Ashes of Iron, if it goes the same route, you'll be able to do everything the season has to offer in a day. Because there's nothing there. It's just nothing. There's nothing to seasons anymore. Considering the most popular part of Destiny's PvE, I imagine the player base for Marathon is pretty different, which may be a fair reason too. They just think, but again, Bungie has been advertising to Destiny players. And we'll get to that again because the studio is leaving Destiny to die while they put everything into Marathon, it seems. You know, it's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see who's going to defend Bungie. Sure, Richie. I mean, my name is right there, so no need to misspell it. I've been playing Destiny since launch of 2014. I've never seen them this disinterested in tea leaves or just bad vibes. It doesn't seem like Bungie thinks of Destiny right now. Important to note that FYE for Bungie is March 31st, probably selected because they want to give Marathon enough time in the oven. Will also allow the month for it to sell to get in on this year's numbers, of course. Yeah, sure, Richie. Really, Bungie defenders out there really stepping up to defend the plate. Oh, yeah. This is the funny thing. Bungie is putting all their eggs in the basket, hoping that this is the next Halo or some big, like, I don't even think Arc Raiders has custom controllers, but they are so fucking desperate for this to be like the next Halo. Like even Sony, I think, is desperate for it. And it's really fucking funny. And Karma has the opportunity to do the funniest shit possible with how much they're putting in for advertisement and selling, trying to sell shit. If there is Karma, and this game does crash and burn, it will make for the funniest content I have ever seen. My God, I will have it, and it's on March. It's the month of my birth. It will be such a funny month for me. And if it doesn't, in this game, it does pop off, and it defies all logic, all reason. I do think it will be an interesting case study. And I do think that outside of just the modern gaming audience, I do think developers across the board are watching Marathon. Because you have a company like Bungie that steals, lies, deceives. They disrespect their community. They disrespect their consumers. They absolutely drag their balls against everyone's face. And if Marathon pops the fuck off in a way that no one ever expected, it will set a precedent that you can be the shittiest company around and still make a fuck ton of money or be successful. Which I will say that I will have no faith in the modern gaming audience for the foreseeable future. I will be dumbfounded if we see that kind of success. I personally don't think it'll be as successful as Arc Raiders. I just don't. But I don't see it being as a failure like Concord. I just don't. I think those are two extremes that it will never reach, in my opinion. However, even though I still think this is a shitty fucking controller, like it looks so fucking ass, but this looks sexy as fuck. Like even if you don't like Marathon, like I like green and the black green. Like ooh, I do want to buy this. It looks sick. Like I'm all about this. Like ooh, even the PlayStation looks gorgeous. Lastly but not least, this little dime bag right here. I'm gonna be honest. If this was how all of Marathon looked and this is how advertisement looked, this game would look, the art would never be an issue, like outside of the art theft. But I think people's complaints, except for the Roblox weapons, the Roblox weapons still look like fucking ass, and they look like ass when I played them. Outside of that, this shit looks hot. It even made the Gimp bastard look better than he normally does. Like this looks sick. This is the kind of grungy, bloody, like this gives me some actual classic Bungie vibes. Like we're actually seeing blood. We're actually seeing some, like, I don't know. We're seeing the shit that people want to see, not the paint rainbow dragon bullshit, right? We're not seeing the weird. We don't want to be violent, but we want everyone to have hugs instead. Look, that's the way it looked to me. Like, I want violence. I want us to go get into the gritty. Let's do this shit. Like that's what this looks like, and that's what an extraction shooter should be. Not everyone. Let's have hugs. But I don't know. Let me know what you think. Oh, before we do that, let's go and jump into bookmarks. There we go. If I can hit the right thing. All right. So again, this goes back to my statement about them trying to get Destiny players to play. Like you're going to be able to get a shader. You're going to get the Mida multi-tool ornament, and you're going to get some. You're gonna get the exfil emotes. By the way, it doesn't say anything. I don't know if it's gonna be free. Maybe if you look at it, if it's not free, then I don't know about it. It should be free. But they're I don't understand them painting this for Destiny players, and this is not a Destiny game. As someone who's played Marathon and plays Destiny, this is not meant for Destiny players. It's not. It is a completely different game, and that is a good thing for people who don't want just another, you know, it's a good and bad thing. It's a bad thing for people that want Destiny 3. It's a bad thing for people, or it's a good thing for people who want something different from Bungie that isn't Destiny, right? But it's so funny. I want to see how this turns out. How do Destiny players actually react, and how many people are going to end up funding this game? That's my thoughts. Anyways, let me know. Are you excited? And answer the genuine question of, if you're buying the collector's edition, what gives you confidence in your purchase to buy it? Like, what is it like about Marathon that's like, you know what? Based my money, even though I haven't even really played the game, I still feel like it's okay to spend $200 something on it. And even with Bungie's reputation, I'm willing to give them $200 something of my money. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm Mr. Game Counselor, and I'll see you in the next one. Huzzah!